Hey there, my name is Pravus and welcome to Big Ambitions, brought to you by the same folks who created Startup Company, except instead of starting up a single company, we'll be creating a business empire in New York City. It's kind of like playing The Sims, but instead of trying to create a well-adjusted and happy life, we're gonna be working 16-hour shifts and sleeping on park benches to get ahead, and we'll be happy to do it. Honestly, this game is like perfectly my speed. There's gonna be a lot of bootstrapping in this video, I can tell you that. Normally, you'd want to start a new game in story mode, and you get a bit of help and guidance from your Uncle Fred. You know, a little bit of financial aid, a small loan of $1 million kind of a thing. But if I'm going to be committing to this whole bootstrapping thing, we are not going to be taking any help from Uncle Fred. No. I'm going to be using this game to prove that the millennials are exactly the lazy whiners that the boomers say we are, right? And the best way to do that without people saying, "Oh, you got an unfair advantage," is we don't take help. No, custom game, and you don't mess with the defaults. $4,200 or whatever the symbol is, that's all we've got. Maybe I'll increase the number of days in a year, but that's kind of all we've got here. Everything else? Nah. Bootstrapping it, absolute bare minimum. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to Ronald Big Money, soon to be the ruler of the New York City retail world. He's 18, he's all alone, and he has no one in the world to help him. Only $4,200 in his pocket and not a thing else to his name. All right, first thing to do, get ourselves a job. Hey, look, the El Gato Food Market. I wonder if they have a job opening. Sure enough, they do. Okay, so I can work for these guys, get a single day off, and get $25 an hour. All right, that's maybe a little bit better than the typical bootstrapping I was expecting. Then again, this is New York City, so maybe that's very competitive. I accept this job, at least until I get enough cash to really get my feet underneath me. Now, you might be thinking, well, you should probably go get a roof over your heads, right? You need to get yourself some sort of an apartment. But that's not the bootstrapping way. I need to save money, and if I can save residential costs, well, then that's just a great way to actually get some capital, now ain't it? Instead, the best thing I can think to do is go to the Manhattan Business School and spend my money getting an education. Nothing better, right, than going to school and learning how to run a business. Then I can quit this crappy job working for a supermarket and open up my own business. Basic management. Yes, that sounds like the sort of thing I need. All right, we will study for, let's say about 6 hours. For now, it's gonna cost me $180. But that's not so bad. Start studying, jump forward in time just a wee little bit. I feel smarter already. Now I know I'm a little bit hungry and tired. I am walking here! Anyway, we're gonna go over to the El Gato Food Market, where I work, by the way. We're gonna go ahead and just buy some stuff at the company store. First thing you gotta do, go ahead and get yourself a stack of shopping baskets, and then buy out a little bit of fresh food. Actually, just one is probably all I need, because I don't even have like a refrigerator to dump this into. I'm buying this fresh food, and I'm gonna consume it right in front of you guys. That's the plan. So let's go ahead and purchase myself a quick meal, and consume it. Health is looking fine. Now I'm tired. Hey look, a park bench. All right, let's just go ahead and sleep out here until I actually start my shift. 7:51 the next day. Hey look, my job starts in just a few minutes. Let's go ahead and hop in over Mya, and let's get to the checkout counter and assign myself real quick. And then we're just gonna go ahead and start fast forwarding in time. Yep, here I am, just a lowly clerk working in a supermarket, but I got big plans someday, don't worry. Big ambitions. Soon I'm gonna be running this city. Look at that, I made $200 today. $200! Oh man, I am well on my way. Rise and shine, El Gato Food Market. I need to buy myself some breakfast real quick, and then I'll come back to work, I promise. Another day comes and goes. That's another $200 for me. Oh, I'm beat. But you know what? No rest for the wicked. Back to business school. And look at that. I've got myself a basic management degree. Excellent. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you mind if I join you on my sleeping bench? You see, I'm a homeless 18-year-old, but I got big plans someday, lady. Big plans. Oh, what do you know? I'm unhappy. I don't know why. I mean, things are looking pretty good. I got myself a degree, and I've got just as much money as when I started. I'd say that's pretty solid. I'm apparently too depressed to actually go and do anything. Right, that's awkward. Tell you what, I'm quitting my day job. I've worked for you for 3 whole days, and I feel like that's all the experience I need. Best thing I can think to do now? Let's go visit a bank. See if I can get myself some sort of a small loan. I mean, yeah, I got like no collateral, but I got a degree and a lot of gumption. What do you mean I'm too sad to go to the bank? Oh, good Lord, Ronald, this is not the time to be having a crisis. He's apparently staying at home for 8 hours because he's too sad to go to work. Buddy, you have no home. If you wanted to sit on the bench for the next 8 hours, I guess be my guest. But you're wasting time, Ronald. Ronald, we got things to do. We got places to be. Come on, snap out of it. Oh, I'm no longer in a sad period. Oh, really? But now I'm starving because no one's open. Gosh dang it. Not the finest period of Ronald's life, if I'm gonna be honest with you. But all right, back to the bank. Hi, Jensen Capital. Hi, Larry. So I would like to have a loan, please. Would you be willing to give me like $15,000? I'd have to pay $50 a day, but that's fine. Okay, $19,000 in my pocket, but of course it's gonna start draining away pretty quickly. We need to set up a business, and we need to do it now. I think this one down over here on 5th Avenue might be a good get. It's got pretty darn good traffic, 75 square meters, which is about what I would want, and it's close to a grocery store and stuff. Yep, this is gonna be my choice. Let's go ahead and set a destination. I'm walking here! Here we go, available for rent. Okay, it's gonna cost me $27 a day. I need to have $120 ready for electrical appliance costs and have to have an $800 deposit, but honestly, totally fine. Let's do it. Now I wanna start a business. Best business to start at the very beginning of the game, gift shop. I know, doesn't sound like much, but it actually works pretty well. It's easy to set up, and all I need to do is get some cash flow. Once I got some cash flow, then I'm ready to snowball and take over the city. What are we gonna call it? I don't know. How about, Bengals Big Gifties? There we go, Bengals Big Gifties it is. Start the business. And it's just that easy. Well, I say that. There's actually things we need to do to get this set up. So first off, we have to actually have, you know, like a product to sell. That's kind of important. I also need a cash register or maybe a checkout counter, and I need to have some shopping baskets. Yep, all of that's important. Let's go ahead and pull this up real quick and see if I can find myself some sort of an appliance store. Oh, there's one right across the street. Why, that's convenient. A little bit of jaywalking probably hurt nobody. Yep, I don't think anyone's gonna complain. Let's go ahead and grab myself a quick little hand truck. A couple things I know I need. I want a cabinet with some drawers and a stack of shopping baskets. Do you guys sell, like, cash registers? No? All right, that's a little awkward. We'll have to find someone else. I'm walking here! It'd be really nice if I had, like, a car or something. Or maybe, like, I could get a train or a bus. No, I'm pretty sure that's not an option for us. I mean, if we had taken Uncle Fred's help, I'm sure that guy would have given me a car. But no, Bootstraps, I tell you. Bootstraps! Oh, here we go. This square appliances shop has what I'm looking for. All right, let's go ahead and grab one of these things over here. And I need to get myself a cash register, which amazingly costs $900 freaking dollars, but okay. I also need to get myself, let's say, 2 rounded shelves. Yes, I need to have something I can actually store and place my products and sell it to people. And actually, while we're at it, how about a quick cleaning station? It's not too expensive. 4 boxes stacked on top of each other, that's fine. Excuse me, sir, I was in line first. I love the way that Ronald runs with his hand truck. Look at those elbows. You can't stop the feeling. He's so optimistic and hopeful in New York City. Yeah, he just doesn't know what he's getting himself into. That's what's going on. All right, let's see. We need to place ourselves a cash register right over there. We need to get ourselves a rounded shelf. We'll place that up over here. Let's rotate it around for just aesthetic appeal. There we go. Get myself another one of those. And also a quick cleaning station, which we'll place in the supply area over this way. Just so I'll be able to easily clean the store, since it's not like I can afford to hire anyone at this point. Okay, things are looking pretty good. Now I just need to have, like, an actual product to sell. Which we can do that. Let's go back to Google Maps. And I think I need a wholesale store. There's a couple nearby. Somebody's got to have the gifts I need. Metro Wholesale. That should do the job. Grab a quick hand truck. Let's see. Paper bags. I need some of those. Cheap gifts? Absolutely. Sodas, blah, blah, blah. Do you have expensive gifts? Is that a thing? Doesn't look like these guys have expensive gifts, which makes me kind of sad, but okay. We'll just go ahead and get the cheap gifts for now. That's the bare minimum of what we need. We'll take some paper bags and we'll drop them off over here. Perfect. And then we'll grab myself some cheap gifts and place them over here. Now this is all very much exactly how the tutorial would normally go, so I'm not doing anything truly revolutionary here, but this is where I'm gonna break from the train a little bit. I want expensive gifts, okay? I think we can afford it. I've got a loan. There's a demand for it. We might as well get as much of that going as possible. More products to sell, more variety just means more customers, means more cash flow, means I dominate New York. I mean, there's a few steps in between that, but you get the idea. Paper bags, sodas. You know what? I wouldn't even mind having some sodas on the off chance we want to just sell some. Expensive gifts. There we go. A little bit more expensive, but not that much more expensive than the cheap gifts with much better profit margins. Okay, expensive gifts go over onto here, and bada bada boom. All right, and the sodas, until I get a soda machine, we'll just dump these over here somewhere. All right, not bad for one day's work. We set up our own little rudimentary shop. Next thing to do, go to Bizman, and we can set up some opening hours. Let's see, today is Friday. Very well, today shall be our opening day. I shall be closed on Tuesdays, and I think that's it for now, just so I have a little bit of time to myself. I think that's not a bad plan. And then we go back to our trusty park bench and take, a little nap for the whole night. All right, folks, it's opening day. This is the big moment. I'm gonna assign myself over here, and we are gonna fast forward in time until I get my first round of customers. Look at that, 2 people already. Oh, I'm already making money. They think my walls and floors are ugly. You know what? Touché. And closing time. Okay, well, I'm a little hungry, so we should probably take care of that first, but by midnight, I'm gonna find out if I made any sort of a profit. Now, something we can do, at least temporarily, is actually set up residence inside of my store, which is a little bit silly, but we could. Alternatively, I could get myself like an actual proper apartment. But I don't have enough money to feel comfortable with that. No, I'd rather just go ahead and go to IKEA, buy myself a bed or something like that, maybe a fridge if I'm feeling a little bit up to it, and then we'll just live inside the store, That'll be fine, at least until I get a little bit more money. Still got 4 hours before this place closes. Perfect. All right, oh gosh, lordy, did you all decide to come shopping at once? Let's see, there's a standard bed over here. That seems like a pretty good idea. We should probably do, actually I should get myself a cart. Always get a cart. Don't be like these fools carrying around super heavy boxes. That's ridiculous. I need other things though. We could get ourselves like a carpet and stuff. I'll pass on that. Where can I find like a radio? My store needs music. There's a loudspeaker over here, and it's as expensive as my bed. Now that makes sense. Whatever, I've got loan money, I can afford it. Ooh, a drinks fridge. I should get one of those too. But I already bought things. I'll have to come back for that. Let's see. For my bed, I shall sleep in the supply closet because that is an upgrade from the park bench, so I'm not really complaining. And then for the loudspeaker, we will place that, how about over in this corner over here? Then we just take a little nap inside a proper bed and we see what our profit's looking like. Oh! By day 6, I'm already making way more than I would have at the supermarket. Why work for someone else? Yes, I'm aware the floors and the walls and stuff are ugly. If you guys buy enough of my products, I promise I'll change them. I feel like I just need a couple more things to be really successful over here. First off, I'd like to have a fridge so I don't have to run to the gosh dang grocery store every day, all right? Then I want one of those drinks fridges, and I want to get myself maybe another one of these rounded shelves, which I know is a little bit crazy, but I think we could sell some more stuff. And actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and try to do some interior decor. That's a fine thing to do. For the walls, we could invest in some of these nice big stripe things. I feel like that's a little bit oppressive, though. Some of these look nice, but they're a little expensive. Let's spend some money boosting up one of these walls kind of like this, right? And then we'll get another one that's set up kind of like this. Yeah. And then we'll do the same thing over on this side. And just to mix it up, something kind of like this. There we go. And then maybe change up the floors to be kind of like this or something. Maybe we can just kind of make it a bit more like some rugs down the middle. I like that better. There we go. Okay, let's see people complain about my store now. And it only cost me $5,000. It's fine. This is all just an investment in a successful business. Another $1,500. Not bad. Now, how are people feeling? Well, they're not complaining anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that that's an improvement. Okay, now we have been talking about adding in an extra product. Now, before I do that, what I probably should have done was real quick just check to see if there's any demand or something over here. Let's take a look at the Market Insider. We're currently in the garment district, I think. As far as demand, there's a lot of demand for jewelry, donuts, cigars, cupcakes, cheap gifts, which I am supplying, cheap flowers. That's what I'm kind of thinking we may want to go get. Let's see, flowers, looking for any sign of flowers. Who has flowers? Cheap flowers, that's what I wanted. $240 for 40 flowers. You know what, that doesn't feel like enough. I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of these. Where's a handcart? All right, can we place flowers in this thing? Yes, you can, huzzah. Alrighty. You know something I think would make a lot of sense? You know what? Since we're doing so well, we're making a lot of money, let's try to hire somebody. I mean, yeah, it cuts in my profits a little bit, but it frees up time so I can go do literally anything else. which I think is worthwhile. Welcome to Anderson Recruitment Corp. I would like to hire someone for Bengals Big Gifties, and I would specifically like someone who's better at customer service than I am. Yeah, it might take 10 days to deliver a couple of candidates, but it's only $100. That's fine. Or you know what? For $1,000, I can just hire someone like tomorrow. Which honestly, you know, this is better. I'd rather just take off tomorrow and hire someone immediately. Oh, got our message from Anderson Recruitment Corp. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. We got one candidate. It's a 18-year-old woman who wants $31 an hour, but she's got 42% customer service. Not exactly fantastic. Also, she would prefer not to have any morning shifts. Well, you know what? Tell you what. You're hired anyway because I'm desperate. But what's going to end up happening now with you is I can go to my bizman, and I can go here, and I can change up the schedule. And we can say that the store is actually open fairly late now. And I'm going to just put her to work right down over here. The result is I can keep the store open for longer without necessarily taking up all my precious time, which means more hours to make more profit. And there's Zoe already. Beautiful. Although, actually, one thing we should do probably is maybe assign you like a quick uniform. There we go. Always have a uniform. It projects professionalism. So did we make any more profit this time? Oh, yeah. There we go. So worth the hire. I mean, if you guys want to put things in perspective, let's think about that. Within basically a week, but I guess we'll say 12 days. Within 2 weeks, I'm making over $2,000 a day in profit. You multiply that by 365 days a year, we're talking I'm on track for $730,000 a freaking year. An 18-year-old who started with nothing. This is the true American story. And you better believe I'm gonna make it even better. We're selling the expensive flowers next. Now you might be asking yourself, why are you investing so much in this one business? Wouldn't it be better to go ahead and open up 2 of them? Well, I kind of figure we're paying the same amount of rent no matter what I do at this point, right? So we might as well maximize the amount of value we get out of this one store. And then with so much cash flow coming in from this, it's gonna be easy to sustain some other stores. Actually, if anything, I'm having some problems where I've got too many customers and people can't find cash registers. And they're all like, well, I guess I'll just walk out with your goods. Which is like, that's just theft. That's straight out theft. What are you doing? It might mean that I need to consider getting a second cash register. But for now, this is all right. People are complaining about Zoe's customer service a lot. Okay, we'll have to deal with that later. Oh yeah, that's some profit right there. That's some solid profit. Holy crud. If I can start making about $3,000 a day, we're gonna be hitting $1 million a year easy. My God, the boomers actually might have been right. It turns out it's really easy to pull yourself up by the bootstraps and start an amazing business and get phenomenally wealthy. In fact, if anything, I should try to hire some more people. I really like the messaging of this game, though. It's all like, you know what? You know how easy it is to become wealthy? All you have to do is work 16 to 20 hours a day, right? Basically live in your own shop, in your own filth, maybe on a bench if necessary, forgo all expenses, don't get those lattes at Starbucks, and you too can be super successful. I mean, I'm getting so much foot traffic at this point, I really think I need to have 2 full-time employees just to make sure I capture all the possible revenue. Of course, now it is Monday. What are the odds I can send some of you guys on, let's say, some customer service? Nope, they have to be unassigned from the business. Dang it. All right. Whose shift can I fill in? You know what? Tell you what. We're going to manage Scarlett's position, and we're going to take her off of this job for a bit, and we're going to send her to some training, and we're going to make her better at customer service. Costs $329 to get an extra 10% customer service. Honestly, that's like the #1 complaint I'm getting from people, so that's fine. So what are the next steps if we want to continue building out the business empire? A couple things. 1, boosting up our logistics would not be a bad plan. What we can do is start having these goods delivered to us. Yes, it cuts into our profit margin a little bit, but it does make it a little bit easier for me to keep my store properly stocked without spending half my day running back and forth to Costco. Also, we should probably go back to business school. I know, it's a little bit insane, but if we go back to business school, I can open up a second type of business. And there are a lot of businesses out there. Let's go back to that Manhattan Business School over here. We need to learn the fundamentals of business administration. It's gonna take 24 hours of study, so tuition's gonna be a lot worse this time around. But if we can do this, we should be able to start up a second business, doubling up our profits. Let's go back into that El Gato food market now. Oh, hello, suckers. You thought that I would never amount to nothing, but here I am. Making $3,000 a day, I'm already able to pay off my loan, and I've got a thriving business. What have you guys done with your lives? Of course, it probably should go without saying that mocking minimum wage employees is probably a great way to get yourself mugged. So maybe we shouldn't do that, I don't know. And now I have successfully educated myself on the fundamentals of business administration, which means I can now open multiple businesses. Oh, now that's some profit right there. $4,000. And we can do it all over again with another business. But you know what? I think I've earned myself a little something. I think I've earned myself a car. This Hansa Mimic might do the job. Only $2,500. Oh man, we should have bought this a lot sooner. Hey, yeah, there's my car. Nice bright mustard yellow. All right, and off we go. Traffic rules are for suckers! Ah! Great, I already scratched the paint. Now I'm mad. But it's fine, because the cool thing about being in a car like this is just one giant drive-in store. So when I need more inventory, I can use my car to bring a whole load more goods. This just makes logistics a lot easier. And there we go, alrighty. Hey, I'm driving here! Oops, sorry. All right, I'm gonna admit I'm a terrible driver. But you know what, it's fine, we can always just repair this thing later, right? What's gonna cost, like $5? Can't be that bad. Oh yeah, $4,700 now. My God, it is so easy to become rich. So I guess at this point what we should be doing is probably figuring out what our next business is gonna be, am I right? For that, we can always just review the market and find out if there's anything of excitement. Scree, coming in through. Excuse me, trying to get to the gas station. Out of my way, you fools! Gosh, New Yorkers are such terrible drivers. Anyway, go to Market Insider, and we can see that jewelry, apparently, is in extremely high demand, and no one currently is meeting that demand at all. Another really good option is sometimes to go for some clothing. It does look like there are a lot of other stores already covering a lot of that need, around, like, let's say, Midtown, though. You can basically sell like 8 different products in the same store. So if you're ready to pay some serious rent, you can sell a lot of good stuff. Don't mind me, just gonna make a little illegal U-turn in the middle of the road there. There we go, that's how you park a car. All right, but I do think this is a good place for us to go ahead and end this particular video. I think I've proven my point. If you want to be successful in these United States, it's really easy. You just have to be ready to work hard. Pull yourself up by those bootstraps. Forgo the avocado toast and the fancy lattes in the morning. Work 60 to 80 hours a week. What else are you going to do with your time? Have a social life? Work on your mental health? Pacha! That's loser talk. Wait, I think I may have actually just described my real life. Oh God, the simulation's too good. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I'll see you guys next time.